Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Simic Midrange. What does that mean? Well, Simic means blue and green. As you can see, we got a lot of blue and green cards in here. And Midrange means a deck that, tends to grow until you get to the midpoint of the game, at which point then its strategy comes together and you magically win the game. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and despite rumors to the contrary, I'm still 100% not AI generated. Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Mox Field, posted by StrangeQuark, which is Simic Midrange. Yeah, I like to think of this deck as being more Simic Ouroboroid, because Ouroboroid pretty much stands by itself. It is pretty much half a deck in 4 cards, and then everything else just sort of happens. So, this is an Ouroboroid deck, which works upon Ouroboroid coming out and doing what Ouroboroid does best. And then beyond that, it's, blue and green. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it should work, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got going on here today? Well, let me show you. It's Ouroboroid. At the beginning of combat, you put X Popo counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. So, it comes out as 1, and it gives everybody 1 Popo counter, including itself. Then because it has a new one on it and it's 2 on the next turn, it gives 2 Popo counters to all of them at the beginning of combat on the next turn. At which point it becomes a 4, and then it puts 4. So it's one of those situations. It's a geometric progression or something, which is fantastic. As long as I can't kill or bounce or exile it, Ouroboroid is a force of nature. What else got in here? So then the rest of the deck happens. Let's take a look at the rest of the deck. We've got bouncing back opponent's stuff. We got a flying guy that gives you a map so you can explore. Bushwhack lets you go for more lands or potentially do a fight. This guy, whenever this creature becomes tapped, another creature gets +X/+X, which is equal to this creature's power. And I forget. I think what you want to do is it's like Ouroboroid. You want to try to give it to Ouroboroid so Ouroboroid can flip around and give it back to this guy and other guys. I don't know. But you want to get those Popo counters out there so it can start pumping up this guy's powers so the Ouroboroid can go crazy with it later on. Let's see. Llanowar Elf is a mana guy. This guy, anytime one of you guys is targeted, it puts a Popo counter on some other guy. And plus you could put out an Offspring with it as well if you got 3 mana total. What does this guy do? He can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. So that's the plus he's got Vigilance and a big butt. And whenever he attacks up to 1 other target, artifact, creature, or planeswalker loses all of its abilities until my next turn. If it's a creature, it also has a base power and toughness of 2/2. So there's a lot of great functionality in Azure Beastbinder. We only have 1 in here. It's kind of weird, but he is pretty sweet. Floodpits puts a stun counter on something, and after it taps it, kind of want to do it on their turn? Yeah. So flash it out on their turn. That way it's tapped their entire turn, and then it can't do it the next turn. You just got to play it right for you. This guy with Landfall will give target creature has base power 3/3 until the end of turn. If you have 6 more lands, that creature gets base power 6/6 until it is dead. So this guy's he's a power pump. This guy gives you more map tokens and has Vigilance. This guy says, hey, if any of your dudes get targeted, then you get to draw a card. This guy says whenever one of your creature deals damage, you get to draw a card. And that's regardless. Even if this guy dies, it comes back as an enchantment and does all that. All right, and of course, we already talked about Ouroboroid. Do we have anything good over here? Not really. We don't have any man lands or anything, so it's just various dual lands. So what are we going to do with this deck? We're going to get things out, and then they're going to be weak. Maybe they'll get pumped a little bit. We need to get to the Ouroboroid or a Mite to try to pump dudes up. We got a little bit of evasion in there. If our guys get targeted, more things get pumped. The Azure Beastbinder will help keep things down. And other than that, we'll draw some cards. All right, so there we go. Let's see if we can make this happen. But before we do, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Volgaroth, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and hear lamentations of the women. All right, we're playing against Maxow 41. Yeah, all right. So nothing to do. This guy's 2. Here's 3. There's 4. Sharktopolis. All right, so he's out there. He's holding things together. Let's hope he doesn't get shot. What can you do? You could discard something and put some Popo counters on it. He's got a big butt for a 1-drop, which makes him pretty fantastic that way. I think he wants to go for the kill. I think he thinks that the Beastbinder's too awesome. He's too awesome! All right, so there's a discard. We'll get him up to a 2/2. Question is, do I need to keep Into the Flood Maw going in case he puts out something awesome? I think so. That sounds like a good idea. You gonna choke it back, Cercio? There's a guy. You can't block him anymore either, can you? All right, if I attack, let's just put out this guy. And let's call it good. We got the ability to bounce. And what does this guy do? Whenever he attacks, one target artifact. Let's do it. He did 1 point of damage. Yeah, there's no reason not to attack. He's got vigilance. He's ever ready. He's like an Energizer bunny. All right, if you want to do this, we can keep pumping your guy up. That's cool. We can bounce him, which was my intention. Well, I can't do anything about that. We're going to give it to... All right, so that's going to be 5 right there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take it. All right, Ouroboroid. Pump! That makes it even stronger because of the Popo counter. That is a problem. All right, hopefully you can't deal with my sweet, sweet Ouroboroid. Because he is the engine that makes this thing just go crazy from this point forward. As he's playing with blue, he could potentially bounce it. I'm hoping he tries to just overpower me. Alright, let's push these things around while we're waiting. Alright, he's out of mana. Unless he happened to get another mana. He's got to discard something. Doesn't seem to have respect for mana. Yeah, push it, yo. Dude, pick something. Pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. You're roped out, man. That is a serious problem. Alright, we're down 12. Alright, so we have 4. I can put this guy out, which will be helpful. Let's just do... We'll give it to the guy with flying. Let's do that. We can block on the flying guy. And I'm going to go ahead and Genemorph. And I'm going to use my last mana. I could do it to trick him out in the next turn, so let's just do that. So let's beef up. Alright, at this point he could do 5 points of damage to something. Everything I got is way stronger than that, so all in. Let's shrinky dink this guy down. No flying for you. He's down to 9. We got a couple of cool dudes out. I need to leave the mana open. So I'm thinking he's going to try to put more and more of his marbles there onto the Mako. And at this point, then I could just bounce that guy out of here. We got like 6. That'll become a trillion in a second here. He's only got 1 mana. So if I really want to kill him, I gotta get rid of his flying guy. I just gotta watch out what that Mako's doing here. I think as long as I attack, I can make him so he doesn't fly with the Beastbinder. And he's only got the 1 mana, so I think we got this game. I can't do anything about it. Put it onto the Mako. Do it. Mako. That's the guy I want you to put it on. Mako! That's... Nope. That guy right here. Right here. That's the guy to pick. There we go. And he's gone. All right. We're looking good. You got the ability to block, man. Ooh, he's up to 4. And we win. There we go. We twisted that guy's arm. Victory! All right, playing against Volcano Will. Volcano Will. We're going to go out strong with a nice tramply Pawpatch. We can get our aggro going. 1, 2, 3. We only have 2 mana, but we can get at least up to 2. Non-creature, non-land. That's just Into the Flood Maw. That's it, baby. There's number 3. You trying to play discard on me? All right, there we go. We got a couple guys out. We just got a bounce in our hand. This guy's trying to play black control on us. I don't need the mana refine. All right, we're pinging him down one at a time. What does it go up here? Target creature in opponent's hand. And opponent controls. I can't use this to save my own guy. He's just going control, control, control. All right, I know I got cool stuff in here. I mean, he's been nailing it big time. Let's map up. We'll spread the wealth a little bit. Oh, I don't need that. All right, I can see he's got a man land we got to worry about. So I can clear the board a little bit if I want to. I don't know if there's really, because that'll give him a lot of an advantage if we don't do it. Or if we do it. If we bounce his guy back, he just play it again, get all the advantages of that. It's not high on my list of things to do. As far as I can tell, all you could do with this set is make bubbles appear. All right, let's bounce him. That sounds like fun. Or it's not bounce, but let's pin it down. There we go. All right, he's down to 5. We've got lethal showing. Let's see what he does. He's going for the kill. I can't do anything here. I was not doing anything manlandy. Ooh, Ouroboroid. Let's win it for us right here. Let's do it. Come on. I mean, if he puts out a fish or something to block, yeah, there we go. We can win. What did that require? Let's just see. Pay 1 life, crit a fish, 3 mana. He didn't have it. All right, cool. Victory! All right, playing against Kaido. Looks like we're not going first. Let's go, Kaido. We're playing, man. I don't know if we're playing or not. Oh, there he is. All right, let's Sentinel up. I know we're playing against Dinosaur. That's what we're going to see here. Floodpits Drowner could be cool. Just because we can pin something down for a smidge. All right, I'll suck your lands out into space. Done. All right, come on, you got 3 mana now. There we go. Of course you're playing with that. All right, going full on in. You can't kill it. He's just going to let it happen. We got a long way to go for just doing 3 points at a time, though. Let's just make them stronger. That's fine. Pop it up. We might actually get up to dinosaur strength here in a little bit. Two more. We got lots of map. We might have to go exploring, as one does. I mean, I know we're expecting to see him put down. He's got 4 mana. He easily could put down, what is it, the Hulking Raptor or something. He's probably, the worst part for him would be if he happens to have a lot of big dinosaurs in his hand and he doesn't have the mana for it. That happens with dinosaurs. You know, you gotta ramp your way up. If he tries to shoot any of my guys, yeah, there's the Hulking Raptor. That was good for him. It's exactly what he needed. Do I have the mana to get rid of it? I think I do. Resolve. I'd say we're just going to go ahead and we'll explore a little bit. We're cool. No, maybe give something better than that. Yeah, at least we peeled him back for a little bit. I mean, we can Floodpits Drowner, but it'll still provide mana is the problem. This will keep it from getting in the way. He's got to be feeling kind of scared, because if he blocks with the Yearling, sure, but if he doesn't, I'm taking half his life. Are you consulting your older brother here? All right, down to 6. All right, you are out of mana. Yeah, I'll let that happen. Don't worry. Oh, you're going to keep it back as a chump? All right, let's see. Starting towns. Let's flood pits. Yoink. Let's go for some pumps. Let's leave you there for the moment. We got just a smidge more mana. Let's trample up. All right, let's see. Is that enough? If you want to go after the 1/1, the problem is you only have... This is the guy you got to block. You got to block the 6. But else I'll do what? 6 points? Yeah, I think I got you. I gotcha, hippie. You got no mana, and you got to block the Sentinel. And we win! Boom, boom! Boom, boom goes the room. Boom, boom. Up and against trolololowen. Keep. No, kitty. Let's see. We can put out a Pawpatch. Pawpatch it. Like nobody's business. Beastbind on the next turn. No attacks. Let's see. Can I put a power of 2 or greater? So this guy can go in and attack. This creature attacks someone when target artifact controls, loses all abilities for the next turn. If it's a creature, it also has a base toughness of 2 until your next turn. You trying to door me, huh? All right, you want to trade off? There you go. All right, so we could get Ouroboroid on the next turn. I'm sure he's got the colors for wiping things out with a little hatred of supreme sort, but we'll just try. This is all we can do at this point. All right, so we got a good lineup here. We just gotta stick it out and not get killed. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, that is the worst. All right, oh, I can't block him, can I? All right, we can flash that other guy out. Ouroboroid's not going to come out this turn. So let's put out the Beast Binder. Leave 2 open. Let's go in. All right, we can bend it down on his turn. Oh, I need 2 more mana. That's what I needed. God dang it. I needed 4 total. All right, screw it. We're stuck. I mean, I could do it on the next turn. I just had to take so much mana to hold it open. All right, come on. Pass it over, yo. Come on, we can do it. Alright, Floodpits Drowner. That guy, yes. Pay the full meal deal. Auto pay. Alright, let's take it in. Unfortunately, I loses it because we got tricked. I just let it happen. Alright, so he's got, what, 5 mana? He's looking to open some rooms. To crack open the horrors of the haunted house he likes to live in. Alright, I'm going to Ouroboroid now. Nope, we'll leave it. Alright, that guy's wide open again. We can pin him down again on the next turn. At least we got the Ouroboroid out. Fine. We're going to get swole here in a second. We're down to 8, so our big problem. Alright, Floodpits Drowner. That guy right there. Yes. Alright, let's take it in. Alright, so you can chew some dudes up. But Ouroboroid's got to get much stronger if I'm willing to throw it at the fray. He wants to get rid of it entirely. 4, 3, and 0. Alright, you can pop a room again. Ooh, nice bounce. Let's bounce a little bounce action here. Auto pay. We'll get double Boroid out. Yoink. We'll put out this guy so that we can get some extra pump on him, and he'll be flying. All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Give it to little boy first. There we go. Let's take it in. Yes. Let's take it down. All right, and you, my friend, can be a 2/2. That looks good. All right, kitty cat. You can lose all your guys. That's what you could do. He's down to 3. Hopefully he will not pull a board wipe. That would be bad. Nope. And we win. And we win. Winner, winner. Victory dinner. All right, playing against stupak. Let's see, 1, we got 2, we got a bounce, and 4, huh? What does that do? Nothing particular. Let's just throw this out, and we can Beast Bind, and let's go for the attack. All right, black and red, we got some Rakdos. I dislike, that's the one black man I hate the most, is because it always looks like red to me. All right, breeding pool, you can enter tapped. Let's bounce that little lady back. And give it a pump to the guy that can't be blocked. All right, during Curiosity, we'll draw some cards. So that'll be my next plan to drop. Arabella. All right, he's not willing to block. And we drew 2 cards. Ooh, we can Bushwhack. All right, stupak, let's go. I got some bushwhacking to do. Oh, man, I needed that to bushwhack effectively. I could always do what we did last time, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Let's just throw out this guy. Let's go in for the attack. Turn that to 2/2, which allows us to bushwhack. And there we go. Arabella's dead. As the good Lord demands. Look at these guys out. And we win! And we win! In your face, Junie B. Jones! In your face! Alright, here we are with Simic Midrange, aka Simic Ouroboroid. Yeah, it's Ouroboroid again, right? It's, you know, you just take Ouroboroid and you mix it up with some other color. In this case, it's blue. Yeah, it was good. It worked great. I mean, let's see, what was the big deal here? It was having the ability to pin dudes down and to bounce them back. That was our real control right there. Plus, then we had 2 guys that said, look, if you touch our dudes, we get benefits from it. I would like to have something that would probably help out the Ouroboroid a little bit better. Something to give it hexproof a lot more. That would have been cool. I'm sure we got it someplace in here, but it's not what came with this deck. Regardless, I got a 75% win rate with this deck, so it did great. It did really good as it is. I just felt like it was a little naked sometimes. The other thing about this deck is if you don't get the Ouroboroid, then it doesn't feel like this deck really comes together. I mean, you're kind of moneyballing it. It's on the low end and stuff. And you got enough little guys out, you can win the game with that. You know, like 2 or 3 Pawpatches coming in, sure. You know, if they can't deal with it, then you can win. You could do it. But Ouroboroid is what really gets this thing going. It's the nitrous oxide of the deck world here that just gets the deck flowing. So yeah, it was cool seeing another deck that was Ouroboroid and something else. All right, let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? I'm going to give it to Ouroboroid. I mean, because 4 is not that much. And in reality, that was the one card that made this deck be the deck that it is. If it wasn't for Ouroboroid, then this deck wouldn't be that great. It would be kind of dumb. It's all right. It's just very low end, and you're attacking people for like 1 or 2 pops at a time. Genemorph what is this? Imago. You know, it's all right. But we're not playing with that many land. We're not doing that much ramp. We're not going and getting stuff. So this guy seems like he's almost a red herring for this deck more than anything else. Yeah, it's a cool deck otherwise. It has a decent thing going on. But yeah, Ouroboroid is hand over fist the best card in this deck. You are the MVP, Weird Plant Creature. Congratulations. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? 75% win rate. Absolutely, it was a competitive deck. So yeah, there you go. Number 2, was this deck fun? Yeah, we had a lot of things to do on turn 1. As you can see, it ramps down as we go up, which means we're playing a lot of stuff early, which is what I really liked about the deck. To me, I mean, it's either got to have a strong, like, synergistic vibe to it, or it's got to be aggro. This thing was aggro enough that I was doing stuff. You know, it's like I was coming at him with, you know, the Spyglass Sirens, or I was coming out with the Mite, or, I mean, it's just 1 or 2 points of damage. But that adds up, and especially if you get a lot of it out there, and we got a lot of it going on. You know, Pawpatches, it's surprising how dangerous these things can be. If you get 3 mana, you get 2 of them out, you got 2 more of them out, you got 4, something gets targeted, you're just passing out Popo counters like crazy. Yeah, I mean, Pawpatch can be really, really good. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was a fun deck to play. I thought it was good. Lastly, was it interesting? Yes. Why was it interesting? Because it was a version of Ouroboroid I hadn't seen before. It was one that mooshed it together with blue as well as the green. And yeah, it was super cool. I thought that that did well. I like the Spyglass Siren having flying, because then you have Ouroboroid pumping it up, and then it just having the ability to evade and go straight in and start beating people up. If they get other flyers, you could bounce back those flyers, or you can pin them down with the Floodpits Drowner. Yeah, that's all good. We had the ability to gain cards with the Enduring Curiosity. Lots of utility here. I mean, it felt like a premium mythic deck, as in it's a deck that sometimes feel like it doesn't have enough of what you need. Like Mono Black has all the utility for everything, but nothing else does. But yet this deck did go out of its way to pretty much win again and again and again. So apparently it does have what it needs. All right, so there you go. Simic Midrange. We got it close. Let's add it up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yeah. Was it interesting? Yes, it was. All right, so that makes it into an A+ deck. A+. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up if you have the means. But that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.